Yo, what is going on, gamers? It is your boy Chris here, aka ChrisThatGamer. Today, guys, I thought it would be the best time to do my Call of Duty 2017 wish list. I've seen a lot of people are kind of starting to do this and things of that nature, and I don't want to make my wish list exactly how it was last year, but some of the things are kind of going to be the same, and I just really want to go in depth with it, talk about what I think the next Call of Duty needs to have. And it's kind of weird because we talk about it a lot, but it kind of seems like COD, like there's no coming back. Like they've already done the damage. Call of Duty Ghost did the damage. Advanced Warfare did the damage. And then Black Ops 3, it tried to save a little bit of what that damage had already did. And then once Infinite Warfare came out, it was like there really is no coming back from Infinite Warfare. Now I clearly want to go over some things that should be obvious. This should already be in the game. We shouldn't even have to talk about it, but sometimes I just like to say it just in case if it doesn't happen. I'm like, man, what are they thinking? Like, what did they do the last 3 years? So obviously we want boots on the ground. That's something that we want. Supposedly it got announced. Now they didn't come out and say like, yes, the game is going to be boots on the ground, but Sledgehammer said like they're going back to the roots. They're glad to bring Call of Duty back to their roots. It clearly should be boots on the ground, or they're going all the way back in the time to like Call of Duty 2 where we're not even sprinting. If that's the case, then they just don't know how to make a game. But clearly it's going to be boots on the ground. And then obviously I want good maps and good guns. It seems like as we progress, like if I say like Call of Duty Ghost, like Ghost had some terrible maps, Stonehaven, let's just go ahead and talk about that, and like spawns were terrible and things of that nature. Then we switch over to Infinite Warfare and it's like the same thing. There isn't any maps that make me excited to play. Like I don't have a favorite map on this game. It's just, they're all the same. There's nothing cool about them. But if we talk about the staples of Call of Duty, Modern Warfare 2, you got High Rise, Terminal, and then, we move on to Modern Warfare 3, you got Arcade and Dome. Like there's so many maps that just are amazing. Like anyone would love those maps. Clearly, and that's a little thing that's kind of weird because that's opinion based. A lot of people might have favorite maps in Infinite Warfare, but I feel like they're not the maps that we normally are used to. And even in Ghost, they had like, Strike Zone. Like they had a couple good ones. It's just I feel like they always try too hard when it comes to trying to make maps. And also, we don't need anything that changed the map design. Like we don't need dynamic elements and stuff like that. Like we just need to go back to the days where Call of Duty was simple. Simple is easy, Like that's what we loved. That's what we all had fun playing. Go back to when it was simple. You don't need to have all this crazy stuff happening, maps moving, dynamic elements moving everywhere. Like, we don't need that stuff. Go back to when the game was simple. So let's get into what Call of Duty 2017 needs. Obviously, all those things I just talked about, those are obvious stuff. Hopefully, they happen. You never know with Call of Duty. You never know with the Activision. So, first thing that I think that should be into the next year installment of Call of Duty. A lot of people have been talking about this. I talked about this last year. Didn't get done, and that is a rank play system. I don't even want to go in depth about it, but I'm just going to go ahead and say it now. CSGO, League of Legends, H1Z1, Tom Clancy's Rainbow Six Siege, every game has a rank play system, and that's what keeps the competitive scene just alive, because everyone's trying to play that rank play system, trying to get to royalty, trying to get to platinum or diamond, trying to get to that high rank in the rank play system so everyone else can see that, that's the best player in the rank play. They need to have a rank play system. They tried to make it good in Advanced Warfare and it didn't work out because of all the issues that AEW had with weapon variants. Let's just go ahead and say weapon variants better not be in the next game. Like, I just want to go ahead and put a side note, but weapon variants killed rank play in that game. Ghost, it was like clan v clan, and that was just terrible. And it's weird because the makers of League Play from Black Ops 2 didn't even get it right in Black Ops 3, because they tried to add in all that extra stuff. Like I said, it was simple. What's simple is fine, and it works. Go back to it. Stop trying to make everything so complicated. And then the next thing that this game needs is a good supply drop system. It's obvious, man. Supply drops are here to stay. They get like billions of dollars a year from just supply drop money. They're not going to get rid of that, Like, that's what keeps Activision making money. They're not going to get rid of it. So if we're going to have supply drops, I would like a better supply drop system. I don't want this stupid Advanced Warfare or Black Ops 3 rig system where the only way to get DLC DLC weapons is by spending hundreds and hundreds of dollars. If they're gonna come back with supply drops, at least do it the way how Raven Studios did it. At least they had a good idea, you know. If you don't want to pay money for supply drops, you can still get the weapons by basically grinding the game, getting the supply drops, and unlocking it from getting like certain parts. You can like craft the weapon. I mess with that a lot, and I think that is an amazing just addition to supply drops. The only thing that I have a problem with, it feels like every single game they don't give you enough like credits. They don't give you enough keys for playing in like each and every match. And I get it because they want you to play more. I just feel like they're not like, it's very little to the amount of keys that they give you for playing each match. And I feel like they should really try to make a system for it. Like if you go off, you know, if you play the objective and things of that nature. And then what used to make Call of Duty really, really good, everyone used to go for challenges because they used to give you more XP and things of that nature. Why don't they add that back in where it's like you do certain challenges, you get more keys throughout the matches, and that's, you know, adds on to the keys that you would have already gotten from the match. So you could end up getting like 20 keys in one match for however many challenges you do. And then obviously there's rare challenges and things of that nature. That would make the supply drop system 10 times better. That would make people play the game more because they don't feel that they need to buy supply drops in order to get DLC weapons. They just need to have a good system with it, and people are going to play the game. And that's just like, literally, that's just the icing on the freaking like tip, man. Like seriously, like they could even go back to Black Ops 1 when we had contracts. You know, you could do contracts, and if you, they're basically just challenges, and if you finish them in the amount of time that you have, then you get more keys. It could be so simple. They just don't want to put in the time and actually do it. They just want obviously the money from supply drops. Now the next thing is clearly what I just said. There needs to be a reason to play Call of Duty. Call of Duty has become a joke in the last couple of just years. Every single year it seems like there's another reason why this game is a joke, and I feel like they've gone away from what the old Call of Duties did right. Each Call of Duty back in the day gave us a reason to play. If you're playing Modern Warfare 2, you're super excited, you want to try to get that nuke, you wanted to just be able to end the game. Then you move on to Black Ops 1, and that was a very interesting Call of Duty. It was extremely hard switching from a fast-paced Modern Warfare 2 to a game that you basically had to get kills in order to get your streaks and things of that nature. Like your streaks didn't help you to get your other streaks, so you had to do it only with your gun, and it was a different pace in that game. And it was just interesting, you know, it was very interesting. Everyone wanted to get dogs and things of that nature. There was a reason to play. And then on top of that, you had the gold camos that looked amazing. Then you had the wager matches, you know, the party modes. Like, that was absolutely insane. They did an amazing job on that, and I feel like there needs to be a reason to play. I don't care if it's a Moab, DNA bomb, nuclear. Like, I want to stay away from a nuclear because in a way it gets boring after a while because it's not something physically that you can get, but they need to add in something. They need something to make the game good again. Now, my next thing on this wish list kind of goes back with the last statement of a reason to play, because I kind of talked about party games in there, but we basically just need new game modes / new party modes. I'm tired of seeing gun game in every single game and them saying like, oh, that should be fine as far as their party modes. No, man, I would like to have more party modes. The party modes that we had back in Black Ops 1, Black Ops 2, you know, sharpshooter, gun game, one in the chamber, all of the classics. And then they need to try to make more. They need to try to make new ones to keep us playing their games, and they don't get that. That's what makes new people play. I remember Modern Warfare 3 did this the best because they had their whole community playlist, and we just had a lot of fun party modes. They had one where it's like shotguns and pistols, all or nothing. They did a really good job in Modern Warfare 3 making the party modes just there and just having a lot of them, and I feel like that's what we need. And on top of that, we need new game modes. I'm tired of playing the same exact game modes over and over again. Obviously, there's certain game modes in Call of Duty that do good. They did a great job at finally keeping hardpoint into every single Call of Duty. Domination is something that's always going to be there, TDM, but they need to start getting creative, just like when they made Kill Confirm. Make some new ones and push them in the game. See if the community likes them. If they don't, take them out. At least Infinite Warfare is trying this. You know, they're putting in new game modes weekly, and if they do good, they should keep them in there. But that's about it for my list. Overall, man, I feel like Call of Duty is going to have to do something with their next title this year coming up for 2017, because if it is a boots on the ground game, but it's exactly how Ghost was, that's just going to be over. They can't give us a boots on the ground game and think that that's enough. They still need to go above and beyond, fix all the things that were wrong with Call of Duty in the first place, and then hopefully people will still play the game. I don't know. It definitely is going to be interesting. who knows if they're going to fix it. They might not fix it. You never know. But let me know what you guys think down below in the comment section about your wish list for the Call of Duty 2017. What do you think the game needs in order for you to play it constantly? And what do you think it needs just for it to be an overall good game? So as always, it's your boy Chris here, aka ChrisThatGamer. I shall see you guys next time. Peace out.